Imagine waking up one morning to a sky that feels wrong. The sun rises on time. The oceans still breathe with the tides. But above you, something unfamiliar hangs in the heavens. A second world, not a star, not the moon, a planet. At first it is only a brighter dot in the night sky, easy to dismiss, easy to ignore, but night after night it grows larger, brighter, closer. No alarms sound, no explosions occur. Gravity works quietly, patiently, and Earth has begun to drift. This is not a sudden collision. There is no fiery impact, no instant extinction. Instead, something far more unsettling is happening. Somewhere in the solar system, a massive planet passes close enough for gravity to notice, not close enough to crash, not close enough to panic, but close enough to pull. Over thousands, perhaps tens of thousands of years, Earth's orbit begins to change, not dramatically, just enough. Our planet starts to slide away from its familiar path around the sun and toward another world. The movement is slow, almost mercifully slow. And that is what makes it so dangerous. Gravity does not rush. It does not announce itself. It whispers. Every massive object bends space around it. When two planets draw near, they begin a silent conversation, an exchange of force. As Earth drifts closer, gravity begins to compete with the sun's hold. Earth is no longer loyal to a single master. Instead, it is caught in a cosmic tug of war. At first, nothing seems wrong. Days still pass, nights still fall. But the planet feels it before we do. The moon's orbit begins to shift. Tides grow stronger, then unpredictable. Coastal regions flood more often. Storms rise with unusual power, driven by changing gravitational stress. The length of a day changes, by milliseconds at first, then seconds. Earth's axis begins to wobble. Seasons lose their rhythm. Winters stretch longer than they should. Summers burn hotter than history remembers. Satellites record strange orbital data. Astronomers notice Earth's path around the sun is no longer perfect. Something is pulling us, and it is getting closer. This idea is not fantasy. Planets move, they migrate. In the early history of our solar system, worlds shifted violently. Some were flung into deep space. Others collided and vanished. Astronomers have observed distant star systems where planets orbit in unstable, dangerous patterns, locked in gravitational chaos. Earth has been stable for billions of years, but stability is not guaranteed forever. As centuries pass, the second planet becomes impossible to ignore. It dominates the night sky, larger than the moon, bright enough to cast shadows across the land. Its gravity reaches deep into Earth's body. The crust begins to flex. Tectonic plates groan under unfamiliar stress. Earthquakes grow more frequent. Volcanoes awaken in chains across continents. The planet is being stretched, slowly, relentlessly. Mountains rise faster than ever before. Fault lines split deeper. The oceans respond next. Tides surge hundreds of feet high in some regions. Entire coastlines disappear beneath rising seas. Life struggles to adapt. Then the climate begins to collapse. If Earth drifts farther from the sun, temperatures fall. Ice spreads outward from the poles. Glaciers march toward the equator. Oceans begin to freeze at the surface. If Earth drifts closer, the opposite occurs. Oceans evaporate. The atmosphere thickens with heat and water vapor. The greenhouse effect spirals out of control. Either way, balance is lost. Jet streams break apart. Weather becomes chaotic and violent. Farming fails first. Ecosystems follow. Human civilizations strain under the pressure. Some adapt. Most do not. As Earth continues its slow approach, gravity tightens its grip. The sun no longer dominates our orbit. Earth becomes bound to the other planet. Two worlds lock together. Days stretch longer. Rotation slows. One side of Earth begins to face the approaching planet constantly. On that side, tides never retreat. Oceans pile up endlessly. On the far side, seas drain away, leaving dry, cracked land behind. The planet is reshaped in real time. Then comes the final stage. As the distance shrinks, tidal forces become overwhelming. The crust fractures globally. Super-earthquakes ripple through the entire planet at once. Volcanic eruptions darken the sky with ash and fire. The moon's fate is sealed, flung into space or torn apart into a ring of debris. The sky becomes a storm of dust, flame and falling rock. Finally, Earth crosses a point of no return. Gravity becomes stronger than the planet's own structure. The world does not explode. It stretches, cracks, breaks apart. Oceans are ripped into space as vapor. The atmosphere is stripped away. What remains becomes a field of drifting fragments. Rock, ice, memory. A planet that once carried life is reduced to silent debris. Earth feels permanent to us, solid, unshakable. But the universe does not promise permanence. Planets wander, stars move, gravity reshapes everything. Eventually, our world exists because of balance, a fragile balance. And while this scenario is unlikely, it is not impossible. It reminds us of something profound. We do not live on a fixed stage, we live in a cosmic dance. So the question remains, if Earth's fate is written in gravity, what other slow disasters might already be unfolding silently above our heads? And what if the next drift has already begun?